located and gathered part of the Nexus. So exciting, isn't it, my little pincer movement? I shall annihilate them. And their city. I never liked parks anyway.
Your obsession with destruction is impressive, oh Kang. Someone has to stop you.
Kang's constant warfare makes for an ill place to be mortal.
Hey, it's still nicer than New York in the 70s. Ooh. So, have you picked where you want to go first?
I doth crave to see the cats that sing. But first, we should dine upon the dogs.
Yeah. We don't actually eat... Oh, right. Hot dogs. Then, Broadway. Follow me. Little Tony's place is always open, even in apocalypses.
Things are looking bad. And I mean down to my last bagel bad. But if these heroes are this city's best shot at stopping Kang, then so be it. Let's try and get a little team spirit going here. Show 'em how it's done, Captain America. Make it for the water city of Lemuria, where Heimdall has spotted another Nexus fragment. Captain's team have encountered a dark, ominous tunnel. Surely they aren't falling into a trap. I mean, Heimdall has those amazing eyes, yeah? If they're walking into a trap, he'll be able to warn them, right? Well, maybe he needs to get his eyes checked, because I'll put money on our heroes ending up somewhere they don't want to be.
Foolish surface creatures, your capture will surely secure my place by Kang's side.
Well, that could have been worse.
It's worse. Greetings! Your lives now belong to the Red King. Fret not, however, for they will be mercifully short. Now, let us see how you fare against the World Breakers.
What can this pompous fool pit against us that we cannot best?
That's a lot of hawks.
At least it should be a worthy fight.
It has begun! Let combat commence!
Okay, first things first. Let's take out that staff.
Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, we are here in the level Red King Revelations. This is kind of exactly like the Thor movie, I guess, where you have to sit inside of this arena and defeat the Hulk as the champion, except it's not really like the new Thor movie, mostly because you're not in an area controlled by Jeff Goldblum, or... is that his name? Goldblum, right? Anyway, you're not controlled by him, and we're kind of more in like a medieval type of, I guess, centurion? I don't know, sort of more Roman type of feeling, more than weird edge of the universe. Anyway, we have to take out Hulk in his various ways. Now, the first time we're going to be dealing with him, we'll actually get him on our team after this, and then we're going to fight another boss in the later half of this level. And at first, it seems like we could actually get Hulk on our side a little bit easily, but he's going to constantly be zapped by these people riding some different chariots that are floating in the air, and you're going to have to take out those chariots so you can actually deal with Hulk. So, first of all, really just kind of avoiding most of the guys that get sent after you, and building this switch over to the left side so then we can get this weird wagon on out of here and then blow that up, and then the screen will very clearly tell us we're supposed to go into the middle of the arena to build this chicken, even though I think we could have figured that out with the glowing little moving Lego bricks that we've seen a million times by now. So the chicken's gonna have a showdown with the Hulk, and looks like he's actually gonna get close to winning and then run away, and he's gonna be zapped back down into submission from this guy. So now we have to get that guy off of hurting the Hulk, and this is pretty much what we're going to be doing this entire fight. So you can ignore most of the enemies that are getting thrown at you for the most part, and you can't even really attack the Hulk too much. Most of the challenge, if you want to call it a challenge for this part, is going to be just dealing with the guys that are zapping Hulk. So down at the bottom there, we're going to want to switch to somebody who can grapple that grapple point that's right there below this guy. And I think I'm having a hard time switching to Doctor Strange here, because he does have the ability to do this. You just come up there and push B. But finally the game let me switch to him, which is kind of weird because I did switch to him the first time, and then I guess I didn't think he could do this for some reason, even though I had done this level before, so I don't know. But either way, you use Doctor Strange, which is kind of weird because there's a lot of instances in this game where I either forget that certain characters have the ability to do something, or I didn't know that at all that they could. Like in, I think, the previous level, maybe not the previous one, but one of the Noir levels, one of the people that you have can turn into like a ball, and I had no idea she was capable of that until I did that level, so that was just kind of funny. But anyway, we'll have to switch on over to Captain America again and throw his shield on inside of that doorway, or I guess that window, and then it should bounce on back after you, and then the door will open up, and this guy is going to come walking on out of here. So he's going to pound away on the Hulk for a little bit, walk on in there, get the blue or purple, whatever color that stud was, and then I think after this, the Hulk will be beat into submission one final time, and then we'll just have to free him there, and then we can move on to the actual boss part of this. I guess that guy was like the pile of rocks or something that was inside of that movie, or maybe he wasn't. I don't really know. I don't really know a whole lot about what was going on there, but Hulk is going to immediately smash that guy into a pile of Lego bricks, and then you're just going to want to break it, and then when Hulk finally lets you, or when the game finally lets you, actually, then it will once again move the camera and tell you right where you're supposed to build these bricks, even though it's pretty obvious that's what you're supposed to do. Then you're going to make what kind of looks like a couple of rock cakes. So I think Hulk comes on over and starts to eat these and realizes they're not really too tasty, if I'm remembering this correctly. Otherwise I'm making stuff up here. What are we doing? I have to switch on over to the Doctor Strange, and once again, for some reason, put him in the middle of the arena again for the Hulk to finally notice them. So he's gonna go over and eat it, and I guess he won't be too happy about it, because he's gonna start throwing them around and get a little bit angry at us and try to destroy a couple of the guys controlling him again, and he's gonna get zapped one more time. So down there, we're gonna notice that we need to switch to Thor and use Thor's lightning to finally get rid of this zappy guy, and then shortly after this there will be a cutscene and then the later part of this level.
Well done. But now I'll prove that I am most worthy to rule in Kang's new order, by beating your team with nothing but my bare hands.
I fancy those odds.
Just these hands. And my power suit, sword, flamethrower, and missiles. Oh, and this! Let the games begin!
And here we are with the actual boss fight of this level, which is Red King Revelation, right? Yeah, anyway, so this is a giant snake, and we've already fought a couple of giant dragon-type things, and we're just gonna have to fight one again. And hopefully I remember what we did here. As I've said before, I've had to re-render all of my videos for this walkthrough, so for some reason my re-rendered form buffers a lot worse inside of my timeline than my original footage does, so it's really hard for me to kind of scroll through it and see what's going on before I narrate, because it's really laggy. and I don't really want to sit there and watch another 15-minute video. So hopefully I remember what's going on here. I'm pretty sure I do, though. But I don't, you know, I record all 20 of these levels in like 1 or 2 days, and it's kind of hard to remember all of everything that we do every single time. But anyway, if we notice, there's going to be a couple of golden points on this guy's stomach here, and this is yet another example of why I think it's really annoying that the game assigned multiple, more like 3 and 4 actions to the B button, because as I've said before, the B button lets you pick up enemies, which is very annoying when they are endlessly spawning, especially annoying when you're trying to use the platform here as Captain America, which you have to push the B button for so you can get this snake's laser formed onto your shield, and then you're going to want to aim that laser onto one of the golden points on the snake. And you're only going to be able to do that once. The guy will jump down after you do that. And then he's going to become a pretty much a generic boss fight. He's going to have a couple of attacks that are actually pretty annoying. I think this is one of the more challenging boss fights, especially for a Lego game. But he has this shield around him so that you're not going to be able to do anything about for a while. And he's very obnoxiously going to waggle his stupid finger at you before attacking you. I don't really know what that's about, but if we notice here, he's going to use his flames, and you can't do anything with the flames unless you are Captain America, who can go into shield stance, which my game was not letting me do there for some strange reason, so I just decided to walk around and let him finish off his flame attack for a second there, because I think my controller batteries were getting pretty low here too, so that might have been part of the reason. But anyway, so with those flames, if you use Captain America and go into a shield stance and then start walking into the guy while he's bursting his flames at you, then you'll be able to actually walk into the guy and then his shield will go away. So we saw there, after he attacked me for a little bit after the flames, his shield did go away for a couple of seconds, but his shield's going to go away a little bit longer if you interrupt one of his attacks. The flames are definitely one of the easier ones, so if you just kind of want to wait around until he does the flames and then walk into them with Captain America, that's probably where you're going to deal most of your damage. Once you get him down to about half health, I believe, he's going to jump on his giant snake again, and then you're going to want to do the same thing we did with the first golden part on that snake's stomach. You're just going to use Captain America, aim the beam back at the snake, and then you might have to take out a little bit more health of this guy, and that's pretty much the boss fight. So, probably one of the shorter levels, even though we spent this whole time of this level inside of this arena. Really no puzzles to speak of at all in this one, so probably also one of the easier levels, but we're starting to get to some of the more fun ones in later videos. That's going to be all I'm going to talk about for now. The rest of it's pretty straightforward, and I'll see you in the next part of this walkthrough for Lego Marvel.
Our strategy is beginning to work. Hulk gets revenge on Puny Tomato Man! Watch out!
Excellent. Now that he's out of the way, I will gladly accept your surrender. As I was saying, your surrender. We'll call it a draw, shall we?